Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be new today, I'm Robin. In today's summer decorating marathon video, I have put together some of my last year's summer decorating video to kind of go ahead and give you a jump start on some summer decorating ideas for your home. Here in Texas, it's getting pretty hot, so summer is right around the corner. So if you're already looking for some ideas to decorate your home for summer, hopefully this marathon video will do that for you. Put this video up on your television, your iPad, your phone, however you watch your YouTube videos. Get a snack and enjoy some summer decorating. Thanks friends, I appreciate you for stopping by.
Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you're here today. Today we're continuing to add some summer decor to my kitchen area. When you first walk in my door, you see my dining room and my kitchen is like an open concept. So I pretty much call this my kitchen area. Last week I decorated my kitchen hutch. In next week's video I'll be decorating my open shelving that you see there. They're already ready to go. But today's video we're mainly going to be concentrating on my dining room area. Pretty much my dining room table and this sweet little area right here to the right as you walk in the front door. Okay my friends, let's get down to some summer decorating. If you happen to be new today, I'm Robin and welcome to my channel. Okay, we're going to start out with just a quick sneak peek of my kitchen hutch where I added a lot of lemon decor to it last week. There were a couple items that I forgot to add last week. One was this sweet little creamer that I picked up at TJ Maxx a few weeks back. It was $4.99. I thought it was absolutely adorable. So I forgot to add this last week when I was filming my video, so I'm going to add it today. I knew it was going to be just perfect, just kind of tucked in right here beside my white creamer collection, and I think it's absolutely adorable. And one more thing, I'd picked up last year some little daisy glasses from Target. Aren't they so cute? And so I'm going to add these to the hutch also. My daughter and I love just whipping up a simple cocktail every now and then, and I think these sweet little daisy cups are going to be perfect for that. I think these are going to look perfect right here on the hutch. Having my Scentsy going in the house is just one of my favorite things to do. So now that we've got the Scentsy going and the house is smelling really great, let's start our decorating. Now I'm going to give you guys a couple options when it comes to decorating this little table over here in the corner. There were several things I wanted to do here, and I don't like it to be too busy, so I try to keep it pretty simple. I'm going to start by moving my ivy over here. This ivy was in the utility room, not doing too well. It needs lots more sunlight. So I'm going to start with my plant here, this sweet little white mason jar with a little lemon and some foils I picked up from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm just going to complete this little vignette here with a couple of little birds. Okay, so here's my first look. Let me show you some after shots and then we'll take it all off and do one more look. Okay, now let's try it with a little layering. So I'm going to add this sweet little white tray with little black candles. I have a lot of decorative trays. I love using them to decorate with. They're a quick way to enhance pretty much any room in your home. And not only are they visually appealing, but they are a great way to organize items you want to have on display, and they kind of minimize visual clutter. If you have a certain area in your home, maybe on your bathroom, your bar, that you're just not happy with, try putting the items that you have decorated into a tray, and I promise you it'll make such a difference. Okay, so here I'm just going to change up my plants. I'm going to put a smaller ivy in this wicker basket, this sweet little plant with the yellow flowers that I got off of Amazon, and again we're going to continue to use these little birds. Okay, and this completes look number 2. Which one do you like a little better? I like the one, of course, with the tray. I thought about going and using the first look with a tray, but the little plant holder that I had my first ivy in did not fit into this tray. So this is the look I'm going to go with, guys. And you'll see here in a second that I did go ahead and put that bigger ivy on the little ledge right there by my Scentsy because it really needs some sunlight. So I did end up using both of my ivy plants here in this little area. Okay, now that we've finally got that little area situated, let's move over to the dining room table, and all I'm going to do today is just take a wet microfiber cloth and get the table wiped down. Now, I'm a huge Pioneer Woman fan. It's the floral print that just draws me to her collection. So I have got a summer runner that I love to use here on the dining room table. It doesn't go all the way all the way across and then hangs over the dining room table. It doesn't. It just kind of sits in the middle. I think it was designed to go that way. So some of you won't like it that it doesn't hang over the edges, but I do love this little runner. It is so cheerful and so beautiful as you walk in the front door. The only thing about it though is that it is pretty busy, so I try to keep it pretty simple. And I thought I was just going to start out by just using this beautiful tall white pitcher with these yellow florals that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. However, I thought it was just maybe a little too simple, so I'm going to try to spruce it up just a little bit, but still try to keep it pretty minimal here. Now, I used lemons over on my hutch, and I really didn't want to bring lemons over onto my dining room table because I thought it might kind of clash with that table runner. So no lemons on the dining room table today, but I am going to continue to use that yellow color to kind of tie everything in. Okay, now about 3 summers ago, I bought this beautiful wicker tray from their summer line at Walmart. I also have a big square one that I'll use over in my coffee bar area when I go to do my Pioneer Woman coffee bar in a couple of weeks. So excited about that. I know a lot of you have seen that over the last couple years, and I keep adding some new pieces to it, and I just love that coffee bar area. Okay, so then we're just going to add this pretty little sage candle, just kind of a muted sage color to go along with the table runner. Another one of those little yellow flowered plants that I got off of Amazon. I got 2 of those. And then just a sweet little wooden bird. Very simple. I think being able to see through that little tray looks really well there and pairs really well together. So again, nothing too flashy. I wanted the table runner to kind of make this statement here on the table. I do love having a candle here to light. So here we go. This is going to be my final look here on the dining room table. I'm going to show you guys a few before shots before I light the candle, and then some shots after I light the candle, just to kind of show you the difference that a lit candle can make. If you happen to be one of my many new subscribers, hello again, I'm Robin. I am so happy that you're here today. A little about myself. I'm married to my husband Derek. We've been married for about 31 years. We have 3 grown children and 5 grandchildren. That is so hard to say now. Our newest grandbaby, her name is Lainey, and she is 6 months old. And our oldest grandchild is Hudson, and she's 14 years old. Derek and I are empty nesters. Therefore, my content here on this channel is a little bit different than other YouTubers where they're still raising their children, lots of messes, lots of chaos. So mine's a little bit different content. However, I still love to clean and decorate my home. I love to work out in the yard. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and that's content you're interested in, I would love it if you would take a second and hit that red subscribe button. Okay, friends, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much if you're still watching my video to the end. I appreciate you greatly. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button before you leave today, my friends. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today it's all about the kitchen. We'll be adding some sweet summer touches to my open shelving here in the kitchen. I've picked up a few new things from Hobby Lobby. I've picked up a new lamp for the hallway. So lots of fun things to get at today. So if you're here for some kitchen motivation, give me a thumbs up and let's get going. If you happen to be new today, I'm Robin and welcome to my channel. If you've been around my channel, you already know that I absolutely adore the Pioneer Woman line. So today, my plans are to take a few pieces out of my collection and display them on my open shelving. I also picked up a few new pieces off of Walmart.com to add to my collection. The first one is this beautiful rolling pin. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I believe it's absolutely gorgeous. Then I picked up this miniature utensil set. The little crock is so cute and has sweet little wooden utensils in it. Now this for sure was bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a little smaller. It's rather large, but it is adorable. Stir up some good times, it says, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So this mixing bowl, for today's purposes, I'm just going to use it as a decor piece. Eventually I will actually use it as a mixing bowl. Now these are just some things I already have. This beautiful tea kettle, this measuring cup, this tall pitcher with this yellow handle is absolutely beautiful. I think it's perfect for summer. And last but not least, this beautiful canister. It's absolutely gorgeous and it's a really great size also. Okay, so that's pretty much all the decor that I'm going to be working with today to try and create a very simple display of my Pioneer Woman collection here on the open shelves in my kitchen. And like I said earlier, I also picked up a few new pieces from Hobby Lobby, and I'll be talking more about those new pieces as I'm placing them on the shelf. I like starting off at the top shelf, and normally I would have a picture hanging back here on the back wall. However, with using my Pioneer pieces this time, I really didn't have a picture that was going to flow well with these pieces because they are so busy. So I did run to Hobby Lobby trying to find a bigger picture to hang on the wall. Couldn't find one, but I did find this really pretty floral print with the black little coffee cup with the wood frame. It's absolutely adorable. I sure wish it was a little bit bigger, but it's still going to work here. So I'm just not going to have a picture like I normally would hang on the wall back there, but it's going to be okay. It's going to turn out just fine. So here's the final look on the top shelf. I just added my favorite sage green pitcher with some boxwood florals that
That picture came from Hobby Lobby. I love the wood frame on it. The black coffee cup is so pretty. Adds a great little accent touch of black here. My sweet little summer bird I got from Hobby Lobby. And my Pioneer Woman picture. Some sweet little chickens that I've had for quite some time. And that little stand from my Pioneer Woman collection. Now, I thought I would maybe have that picture there without any stems, but now looking at it, I may want to add some of those boxwood stems to this picture also. So let's try that out and see what we think about adding just a little bit more florals over there in the corner in that picture. Okay, and one more shot. What do you guys think about that? I may need to wait till the whole look is done so that I can really see what I think about it, but I do think that that picture needed just a little bit extra in it, so we'll stop there for now, and then let's move down to the bottom shelf and see what we can get done on the second shelf. So here's the second shelf. I like the way everything's kind of placed. However, I do know I'm gonna have to put something floral somewhere in here. So I'm thinking maybe I could take a faux plant and put it inside that measuring bowl or mixing bowl and see what that looks like. But I do like the way everything's arranged. I did put a little stand on the little miniature utensil holder back there just to make it sit up a little higher. I love the way the rolling pin is just laying there. I love that dark wood. Okay, then I just kind of snuck in a little measuring bowl right there. There's 4 of them, and that's just my favorite ones. I kind of snuck that in there to go along with some more florals. Now let's take a faux plant and see if we can put it inside that measuring bowl and see if that'll give us a little bit of greenery there on that shelf. Okay, there, so there's that look. What do you guys think? I actually like it. I like the little flimsy stems on this plant. You can move them around really easily. I might play around with them just a little bit more, make it appear a little better. I think that's just what this little second shelf needed, was just a little bit of greenery added to it, because when you see both of the shelves together, you'll kind of see how there's greenery up there. I need to have some greenery down there. Kind of ties it all in together. So okay, I think this is gonna be my final look here on the open shelving.
And y'all, I have needed to decorate these shelves for probably 5 weeks now. Oh my goodness. But I have been so fortunate that a couple of companies have reached out to me to do some paid collaborations. So I did, let's see, I believe I introduced you guys 2 vacuums, some sheets, and then a comforter last week. So when those companies reach out to you to collaborate, they also give you a deadline. So, and if you're new today, I only work on I work a job outside the house, so I can usually only film videos on the weekend. I can only usually get about two videos done per weekend, so I'm very limited when it comes to filming videos. So even though it didn't take me long to film those the open shelf today, I just had to concentrate on those collaboration videos first. So today was so exciting that I finally got to get those open shelves decorated, because it's been killing me in this kitchen just staring at those empty shelves. Okay, now that I have the bar wiped off, let's go ahead and put back what I like to call Derek's shelf or tray. This is where Derek keeps all of his stuff he gets out of his pockets after work, and just our our phone chargers, our bills. This is just kind of our catch-all tray. And then I just have a sweet little picture that matches it. And I'm going to change out the florals that was in this picture, because those florals were a little busy, and I just kind of wanted that little area to flow a little bit better. So I just changed it up with just some plain white florals that I got from Hobby Lobby. Okay, now let's move into the hallway. I said earlier that I picked up a new lamp for the hallway, and if you can see the lamp that's sitting here now, you can tell it's a little lopsided. Oh my goodness, I knocked this off the other day, guys, and broke the top attachment to it, and it just will not sit right. So upset. I've had this lamp for some time. I think it's perfect here in the hallway because it's real tall and thin. Because there's not really much room here on this little table, but I did find one almost exactly like it at Hobby Lobby that will replace this lamp perfectly. This little table has such memories to me. My friend Carmen, when she moved out of state, when we first moved into this house about 25 so years ago, she moved out of state, and that was her little childhood table. That was her little nightstand in her bedroom, and she asked if I wanted it. And of course, I love any type of little antique piece like that, so I love mixing new pieces with old pieces. So it used to be like a wood tone. I painted it black to go here in the hallway, and it has been sitting in this little area pretty much since we've lived in this house. So I adore this little table. So anyway, it's a cute little piece. I have a mirror above it. So let's complete this little area by adding my new little lamp. You saw the price was like $44.99, and I waited till it was half off because I was not about to pay $50 for this small lamp. But anyway, and once I got the lamp there, I thought, this is the perfect time to change up this little area. It's a little drabby right here, so I'm going to change it out real quickly just by adding a little wicker tray and then a sweet little summer flower just to kind of liven up this little area. Okay, now that I've got this area complete, I'm going to get the house smelling really good by adding some lemon essential oil inside my diffuser. Now guys, I have several diffusers in my home, but this is my absolute favorite one. It came from Scentsy. It is a little expensive. However, you'll see here in a minute, it puts off such mist, I guess is what you want to call it. And my house is like an open concept, but this one diffuser, when you walk in my front door, can definitely smell up my whole home. I absolutely love it. My friend Ashley Phelps, she has a YouTube channel. I'll leave her name here on the screen. She's also a Scentsy consultant, so I'll leave her name here if you want to check out her YouTube channel, and I believe in her description box she'll have a link where you can order any type of Scentsy product from her. But I highly recommend this diffuser, guys. It's absolutely beautiful and it just smells up your whole home. If you're new today and still here watching the video, thank you so very much for staying to the end. I hope you'll take the time to hit that red subscribe button, maybe hit that bell notification button before you leave today. Hopefully in a week or two, I'll have my coffee bar completed with the rest of my Pioneer Woman pieces. I know a lot of you love when I do my coffee bar, so I'll have that in about a week or two, so be sure to hit that bell notification button so YouTube can notify you as soon as I upload that video.
Okay, friends, that's all I have for you today. If you're still with me, thank you so much for staying around to the very end. I know the Pioneer Woman line is not for everyone, but it's definitely for me. So I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Even if you don't really care for the Pioneer Woman line, I certainly appreciate you guys for spending some of your precious time with me today. Okay, friends, that's all I have for you today. Come back next week and we'll be doing some more decorating here in the kitchen. Bye, guys.
Hello my friends, and welcome to another summer decorating here at the Lowe house. I've picked up a beautiful new summer print from Hobby Lobby that I'm hoping will go really well at the top of this bookshelf. I went by Lowe's and picked up some great indoor plants to add to the fireplace and a few more areas here in the living room. A company by the name of Pro Science is sponsoring part of my video today by gifting me one of their cordless vacuums to try out in today's video. Alright, we're going to start by turning on my vintage radio that I'm so in love with that came from the Hearth and Hand collection at Target. We're going to light a candle and then we'll do some light cleaning and get started on some summer touches here in the living room. If you happen to be new today, I'm Robin and welcome to my channel. Okay, before I start adding some new touches here to the living room, I wanted to slow down a couple of clips to kind of show you guys this wall that's behind my sofa. I feel like my living room is already just a tad bit too cluttered. I've always struggled with decorating this living room. However, I've been considering possibly adding something to this wall behind the sofa. So let me know in the comment sections what you think. Should I add something to this area? And if so, what would you suggest? Or should I just leave this back wall the way it is? Alright, I'm going to start by adding this beautiful flower pot that's got this floral plant design on it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's very neutral. I think the gray matched with the black design gives it such a modern look, and I absolutely love it. I picked up a few plants from Lowe's. I got this beautiful polar palm. They're really great for the air pollution in your home. I really wanted a really tall one also to go on the hearth, but I couldn't find one to go on the hearth today, but I'm still looking for one. I would love to have another one there on the fireplace area, but I think this little touch here looks so great right beside my little chair and a half right in front of the window. Okay, now let's move over to the couch. I added these blue gingham pillows a few weeks ago. I love them so much. I think they add such a great, classy summer touch to the couch. But at the time I added these pillows, I wasn't ready to take away these big neutral pillows that you see here. I got these at Walmart at the beginning of spring, and I just love them. They have like a down feel to them, so they make that little choppy chop on top of them really easily, and I love the little hobnob looking pattern it's got on them. I love this pillow. However, today I wanted to add in some touches of yellow to the living room, so I'll start with adding these yellow and white striped pillows. They're a few years old. I got them from Target, and even though the yellow pillows are striped and the blue gingham pillows are checkered, I feel they match well together, and that blue and yellow is so pretty. This blue home pillow is one of my favorite pillows. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and they still have it because I saw it a few weeks when I was there, but that's one of my favorite pillows also that I usually just keep here in the living room. I've got lots of blue here, and I think this home pillow is just perfect. And I can pretty much add it to any area, to my couch, to that little wicker bench that you see there, to my chair and a half, to my sofa. So it kind of moves around my living room. Okay, now continuing adding in some yellow to the living room, I'm going to add this beautiful embroidery pillow that also came from Target a few years ago. I had a girlfriend try to find this pillow back when I posted my summer marathon video a few weeks ago. The very first year I bought this pillow, it was in that video, and she's been trying to find it ever since, and it is sold out. But I absolutely love this pillow. I'm so sorry I can't link it, but it is just beautiful. So I'm just going to add this pillow and this pretty little throw that I believe also came from Target from the Threshold line a few years ago. So as you can see, guys, I'm using a lot of my same items in my living room. I promised myself I would not buy a lot of things for summer this year, and I'm trying to hold to that promise. But I think just adding this sweet little pillow along with a throw is perfect for what this little area needed over here in the corner. I'm also considering getting another floor lamp to go over here in this little corner. I've got one there by the door, as you can see, as you go into the kitchen, but I'm thinking about maybe getting a wooden floor lamp to go there. So I'm looking for something, so we shall see what I find. Okay, now we're going to move over to one of my favorite areas here in the living room, and that is this bookshelf that I got here. This actually came from Home Depot. It's a couple years old also. I ordered it online, had them put together, and I went and picked it up in my truck. I absolutely love it. Alright, so here's the new print that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I lucked out. I have seen this print before and I've passed it up, but it was on clearance. I got it for like $11.34. Oh my goodness, and I knew I pretty much wanted to put it here on this top shelf. I think it looks great. The other little print that I just took away looked pretty here also, but I think this print allows me to have a little bit of height on this top shelf. So let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Alright, so I'm going to add my lamp back here, and that's pretty much all I'm going to do to this shelf. I've just been in this phase, guys, where I just haven't really changed up a lot of stuff in my living room. I kind of like the way it's laid out. I love the decor that I've had. I've stopped buying a lot of little things that I'm not really in love with, and started buying some really great items that I'm in love with, even though they're a little pricey, like that radio. So I'm just enjoying the decor I have in my living room today. So no more changes on this shelf. I like it just the way it is. Okay, now let's make just a few changes on my mantle. I'm going to change out those florals and add some yellow florals. That is actually the same plant. The one I took out was white, and then the one I put back in is yellow, just to add in some more yellow here on the mantle. I'm going to take away this print and this eucalyptus plant. The print that I took off of my bookshelf is now going to go here. And then I'm just going to add back in that bird. I'm going to leave these candlesticks here and leave my clock. So that's pretty much all the changes I'm going to make here on the mantle. I just changed my florals out to have some more yellow touches here, and just changed this artwork out. Sometimes, friends, you don't need to change everything. Sometimes just adding in a few things or taking away a few things is all that you need to do to kind of adjust for the season. And of course, after looking at it for just a couple of minutes, I've decided to change it up one more time. I thought the picture being beside the clock was a little bit too boxy, so I'm just going to pull the candlesticks over beside the clock and then scoot the picture down closer to the lamp. So that's usually how my mind works. I'll decorate it for a second, sit on it for a couple of minutes, and then most of the time move something around until I feel like I've gotten it just right. So now, I think this is going to be my completed look here on the mantle. Okay, now let's move down to the hearth area. I'm not going to change much here either. I've got two plants that I picked up to add here. I love adding ferns and palms during the springtime. It just adds such a cozy and warm feeling. So that's what I'm going to add here, adding these two plants. Those two planters came from Target a couple years back. I absolutely love them. If you've noticed, I kind of kept it a little tight here on the hearth. Instead of spreading out my decor, I just kind of brought it in a little tighter. And I'm thinking I'm liking that just a tad bit better. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do here is change out my candle. I'm going to add this little riser since I'm not going to use it any longer over on the table beside the window. So just for a little height here and for another wood touch, I'm just going to add this little riser underneath my candle. I do love having a candle here on the hearth, especially when you'll see here in a second when I turn my lanterns on. When the lights are off at night and just the lamps are on, there's a candle going, the lanterns are going, it creates just the prettiest ambiance here in the living room. So I do always like to have a pretty big candle here on the hearth and have it going at nighttime when we're in here watching television. Another item that I just love is this fake little lamp that came from Hobby Lobby. It's got just a battery operated candle in it, but it looks so real. I bought this last summer and I'm loving leaving it out for the summer and spring seasons. I think it's just adorable.
Friends, welcome back to my channel. This afternoon I'm on my back deck. I've got some chores to do outside. I spent the morning doing some chores inside, so now it's time to spend this beautiful afternoon and get some chores done on my back porch and my front porch. I've got some new rugs to put out. I've got some plants to pot, so lots of chores to be done this afternoon. And oh my goodness, what a beautiful day God has given us. If it's not spring quite yet in your hometown, maybe you'll come along with me today and let me share some of my sunshine here today in Texas. If you happen to be new today, I'm Robin and welcome to my channel. Okay, I wanted to start off by just showing you guys some before looks of the back deck. If you missed my video, I think it was last Wednesday, I got out here, used the water hose and a broom, some Dawn dishwashing liquid, and washed off the deck, scrubbed it down really well, and then I put all my patio furniture back on and added like some ferns, a lot of greenery, some palm trees to the back deck. But at that time, I did not have my spring plants bought yet from my friend Charlotte's. So I also did a video where I went to Charlotte's and did some shopping and picked up my spring plants to put on the back porch. And finally, today is the day that we get to get out in this beautiful sunshine and pot up a bunch of my plants that I bought and add some color to this back deck. So I'm very excited to do that. And this is actually my first day also to have shorts on since spring has sprung here in Texas. So I was very happy. I do have a long sleeve shirt on because it was kind of chilly in the shade, but what a beautiful day that we have today. A perfect day to get out on the back porch and kind of give it a little spring refresh. So what you're going to see me here do is use my blower. Ladies, if you're an outside person and have not invested in a blower yet, oh my, this is a battery operated one. It came with 2 batteries, so I always have one charged up, and it is so handy. Now, it won't do like the deep stuff. Like when I deep cleaned my porch a few weeks back, I pretty much had to use a broom to get that pollen off there, but once you kind of get your patio in order, it works so well. Okay, now here's a quick shot of all my spring plants that I mentioned that I bought at Charlotte's. If you happen to see my video last Sunday, I believe you saw me shopping for all these beautiful plants. This is one of the areas that I really need to sprucing up for spring. It's in pretty bad shape. And then here's my second area that we really that needs my attention really bad too. You see Z there enjoying the sun. Did y'all see that dog earlier, guys? I know y'all did not recognize him. He's a new dog in the neighborhood. He belongs to a new neighbor across the street. She's a lab. I haven't figured out what her name is yet, but I'm hoping to meet our new neighbor and see what her name is. But she hung out with us all day today. Here's another project that I've got to get done. It won't be today, but I've got to get out here and pull all of these weeds out. It's easier to do that when the ground is wet, so hopefully I can get to that pretty soon. Derek has started on the pool. Look how clean he's got it, guys. Now, we had a thunderstorm Thursday night, I believe, so there's lots of limbs in there and leaves I've got to get out, but the pool is almost ready. So excited for that. Now, the first thing I've got to do, I cannot stand it when that little flag gets all wound up. I like it flowing in the air. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to take a broomstick real quickly and get this flag situated, get it untangled, and then we'll go and make some birds happy by filling up our bird feeders. I've got 2 bird feeders here underneath this mimosa tree, and I've got 2 more on the other side of the house, but these are the only 2 that I'm going to fill up today. I should have bought some extra bird seed and did not get around to it, so I only have enough for these 2 bird feeders today, and this is just something I just love to do. Really, I probably feed the squirrels more than I feed the birds because the birds and the squirrels fight over it big time. I think there's some bird feeders out there that'll keep the squirrels from getting the feed, but I do enjoy watching those squirrels try to get to those birds' food, and they fight half the time. But anyway, so I'm just going to fill up these 2 bird feeders today. It is such a joy to sit on this back deck and watch the hummingbirds, watch the squirrels, watch the birds eat off the bird feeders. It's just a fabulous way to spend my mornings. Now, during the week, I don't really get out here on my porch in the morning times, but I definitely do when spring hits around here. Every Saturday and Sunday morning, I'm usually out here with my coffee, watching the birds or watching some type of animal here in the backyard. I certainly enjoy this country living. Okay, now with that chore done, let's move back to the deck and let's get some plants taken care of.
we're going to replace first this mum that you see here in that smaller wicker basket. Y'all, that is a mum that I got back in the fall, and I just left it in the pot that I bought it in. You can see it's kind of all tore up, but they will come back. I've said before, if you'll cut your mums back in the fall, you can plant them in a flower bed or leave them in the pot that you have them in, and if the frost doesn't get them, they will grow back. So that's what that was. I just took out of that basket. It's a mum that I got back in the fall. I can't wait for it to bloom. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. It looks so healthy. And then I'm going to replace it with this absolutely stunning hydrangea that I got from Charlotte's plant center that she has here in our little hometown. I'm hoping she gets some more in because I would really like to have some on the front porch and some in the flower beds. If you're watching this video today and you're from my little area in Texas, go by and check out David and Charlotte's Trade Days. I promise you, you will not be disappointed in the plants that she buys. Okay, now let's get our hands dirty, or should I say let's get our gardening gloves dirty, and let's start potting up some of these plants. Now y'all, I kind of treat my plants outside kind of the way I do my vignettes inside my house. I kind of create vignettes inside my clay pots. I love big clay pots. Most of these that you see today were Derek's grandmother's from her home, and so when she passed away, I just brought them to my home, and they are very old, and I just love using them. And I'm showing you guys here my little shovel that I have. The dog's got a hold of it. I've got to buy some more gardening tools, but for today we're going to work with what we have. Now I'm going to go ahead and just take out some of the plants that were still surviving in this big pot. Not all of them. These are strings of pearls that I used last year, and they survived the winter. So I'm just going to take a few out. And then you've heard this saying, when you go to pot up a big planter like that you need to use let's see, how do I say it? You need to use a thriller, which is a really tall plant, a filler, something that kind of fills in your extra area, and then a spiller, something that as it grows, it'll kind of spill over to the side. So that's what I'm going to try to develop here today. I'm going to leave, like I said, some of that string of pearl in there to kind of be some of my filler, and wait till you see my pink geranium that I picked up from Charlotte's to be my thriller. I really just love that pink geranium in that clay pot. I think it looks so good. I love the way this turned out. I bought some of the Dusty Miller, which I'll show you in a second the actual name of it. That is the little white plant you see there as my filler. And then I bought, I think it's called Purslane, I have to say that correctly, with little flowers on it. That is what I bought for my spiller, because as that grows, it'll just kind of grow down that pot. And I'm not sure what you call this type of plant, but that Purslane, Charlotte, correct me, I know I'm saying that wrong. You can just clip that off and stick it in the ground and it'll root. So that's really a cool plant to have. So if you notice, I did buy a big tray of that to have a whole bunch of it, because that will really multiply. Purslane, I think that's how you say that. Anyway, I love that little plant. Like I said, it's very versatile. You just clip it off and you can stick it in another flower bed or another pot. It'll grow its own little plants. That's pretty cool. Okay, so one pot down. Now let's work on this next pot. And guys, I just had to show y'all what was going on behind me as I was working on my plants today. The dogs were definitely enjoying this really nice cool weather. So again, all I'm going to do is clean out this soil, take some out, and make some room for some more plants. Okay, so now my second clay pot is ready. And guys, I've got to change gloves at this point because I mentioned that it had stormed a couple nights before. So this soil that was in these two clay pots were really wet. So these gloves by now are soaking wet. So I'm going to change gloves just real quickly because we're getting everything dirty and change into some new ones. But so these are the only two clay pots I have here. And then in just a second, you'll see me take a really pretty turquoise pot that I've had this for a long time, just to add some color here to that little area. And I'm just going to finish this plant by putting some of that spiller. I'm just going to fill it up with that and put it down with the other clay pots. Just kind of create like a little vignette there on the side of the porch. I really decorate my back deck and my front porch pretty much the way I do the inside of my home. I pick out little areas to decorate, create little vignettes, little sitting areas in different spots, and I try to have it kind of all color coordinated. I love turquoise and blue here on the back deck. So that's pretty much when it comes to decorating my back deck, that I just have little areas that I decorate, I guess you could say. I'm just a firm believer that the outside of your home says a lot about the inside of your home. So I know during the winter my outside areas are not that pretty to look at, but come spring or summer you can be guaranteed that the outside of my home is going to be as pretty as I can make it. And I try to do it, very inexpensively. I try not to buy new pots every year. I have to buy new cushions sometimes every year because the dogs get a hold of our cushions that go on our furniture, but I do try to keep it pretty budget friendly back here because things are going to get rained on and storms are going to come through and things like that. So speaking of areas to decorate, here's another area that I like to keep cute. Over here in this little corner, I like to keep it decorated. I thought I was going to use that little bench here, but it was just a little bit too big, so I ended up not using the bench there. You'll see that pretty much all this stuff is going to go away. I did just kind of have everything stacked up there to see what all I was going to use, but I do like when you kind of come into the back yard, turn that corner, and when you see the deck, I really like this little area right here to be really pretty because that's the first thing you see when you walk in the backyard. So that's very important to me. So these are also two pots. Again, that big white pot was Derek's grandmother's, so it's very important to me. And so I always keep this. I think this is called a stargazer. You'll see it there that it's blooming. It's absolutely beautiful. Charlotte, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is a perennial, I believe, and that means they come back every year. So it'll die off, I'll cut it back, and then it'll just bloom, and it just grows so quickly. A lot of my plants today are annuals and they will die off, but a perennial comes back every year, hopefully if the frost doesn't get it. So all I'm going to do here is just again clean out this little pot some. I love having those little lights that you see there in my big pots, and at night time you can look out the back door and all those little lights are in my plants are shining, and they're so pretty. And guys, in these pots, there's really no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing in these pots. I'm just trying to use up all the plants that I still have. I just kind of have to be careful of what plants I put here because these two pots do catch some of the rain water when it rains, so I have to be pretty careful. As you can see here, the soil's pretty wet still, and it's been, I think, 2 days since it's rained. So this airplane plant, or what I call an airplane plant, I'm not sure what the proper word for that is, but it's going to do well here because it likes to be wet. So again, no rhyme or reason to what I'm putting in this pot. I'm just putting what I have left over. And guys, there's just something about working in the yard to to me. Getting your hands dirty, planting flowers, watching them grow. I just absolutely love it. It's so therapeutic to me. Okay, so you saw the rug that was on by the back door. I was saving this rug for this video because I was waiting to get this area kind of cleaned up. Of course, Remy's eating some sugars while I'm getting this rug down. These dogs, I don't know how I got anything done today because they were all three following me everywhere today, but those rugs I think are absolutely gorgeous. They just make this back deck. I was so happy with them when they came in. So all we're gonna do here, I think that big white plant is called a begonia, and it is absolutely beautiful. When I go back to Charlotte's to get hopefully some more of the hydrangeas, she'll have some more of those begonias because they are beautiful. Okay, I'm going to add a few more lots to these plants to just kind of complete them. I just, again, love that look. So if you've never done that before, I just get these from the dollar store. These might have came from Walmart because they're a little bit more sturdier than the ones from the Dollar General, but they'll last me all spring and summer, and I just love them. They're like an LED light, so they get their sunshine when the sun's out, and then they get their light in the daytime when the sun is out, and then at night when all the lights are off, it's just so pretty outside on the deck. I've also put them on the front porch, but I just highly recommend those, guys. If you haven't got any yet, maybe you've got some down your walkway but you've never thought to put them inside your plants, just try them out. I think it just adds such a nice touch to any porch. And guys, I know I am showing a lot of the dogs today, but as I said earlier, they pretty much were by my side all afternoon, I guess I could say. The whole time I was out here, one of them was by me. They pretty much rested in the sun and just really enjoyed their afternoon with me. I really enjoyed having them around also. But okay, now I'm just going to take the time to get some lights lit. These citronella candles were from Target. I've got a couple of the tall citronella candles that you'll see here in a second that go like out in the yard. I could only get one to light today. The other one was, I guess I didn't have any oil in it, but if you don't have any of those oil lanterns like the one you're about to see me light, those are pretty cool too. Now this one was like an inferno when I lit it. It was really huge, so I didn't let that, it kind of burn, it's got to kind of burn off for a little bit. So look, it gets really big, but eventually it dies down. But this was about 6:30, 6:45 at night. I was still home alone. The neighbors had their kids over. They were playing volleyball. I had music on and my TV here on the back deck. I fixed me a big girl drink after I had done all this work. And I'll probably sit out here for like 45 minutes and just enjoyed all of my hard work. So I encourage you to get out onto your, even if it's just a little patio section, a little front porch, a little nook, and just to add maybe a cute little chair, a comfortable chair, some candles, and make this an extension of your home like I try to do my home. Our house is not that big, but with this deck added on there, we just thoroughly enjoy this deck throughout the spring and throughout the summer. So I sure hope I've encouraged you to do the same at your home. Thank you so much, friend, if you're still watching my video and you're still hanging in here with me. I greatly appreciate that. If you happen to be new, I'd love it if you leave me a comment in the comment section, maybe where you're from, your name. I have an Instagram account. If you want to follow me over on that platform, you can find me at Robin Lane Lowe. Thanks again, guys, for stopping by. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see you next week. Bye.